हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj. All translations and proverbs by our beloved founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, Srila Bhai Charan Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada. Madhya Leela, Chapter 12, Text 30. Nityananda kahe aiche, haya ko न जन, जे तुम्हारे कहे कर Rajadarshan. Shri Nityananda Prabhu then said to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is there in the three worlds who can ask you to see King Prataprudra? In other words, who can force you, O Mahaprabhu? You are independent, Lord. Nobody can force you. Pradyumna Prabhu, you are able to hear? Okay, good. So Mahaprabhu does not want to meet the king. Devotees are requesting, please meet. But at the end of the day, they understand that we cannot force Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Lord. Text 31. किंतु अनुरागी लोकेरा स्वभाव एक है, इष्ट ना पाइले निज प्राण से छाड़े. Shri Nityananda Prabhu says, still, isn't it the nature of an attached man to give up his life if he does not attain his desired object? The king is attached to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, Sri Nityananda Prabhu is saying that if you don't give him darshan, he will give up his body. What is the example? याज्ञिक ब्राह्मणी सब ताहा ते प्रमाण, कृष्ण लागी पति आगे छाड़ी लेका प्राण. For instance, some of the wives of the Brahmanas, Yadnika Brahmani, wives of the Yadnik Brahmans who were performing sacrifices, gave up their lives in the presence of their husbands for the sake of Krishna. Krishna lagi, pati aage, chhadi leka pran. They gave up their life. Purport. Srila Prabhupada writes, this refers to the day Lord Shri Krishna and his cowherd boys and flocks of animals were present in the pasturing grounds near Mathura. At that time, the cowherd boys, being a little hungry, requested food, and Lord Krishna asked them to go to the Brahmanas who were engaged nearby in performing yajna or sacrifice and to get some food from that yajna. Being so ordered by the Lord, all the cowherd boys went to the Brahmanas and asked them for food, but they were denied. After this, the cowherd boys begged food from the wives of the Brahmanas. Krishna said, now go back and ask their wives. They are my devotees, they will give. All these wives were very much devoted to Lord Krishna in spontaneous love. And as soon as they heard the request of the cowherd boys and understood that Krishna wanted some food, they immediately left the place of sacrifice. They were very much chastised for this by their husbands, and they were ready to give up their lives. It is the nature of a pure devotee to sacrifice his life for the transcendental loving service of the Lord. They took all the bhoga and gave it to Krishna without permission of their husbands. This is the meaning of Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. They gave up Pati Dharma for Bhagavad Dharma. एक युक्ति आछे जदि कर अवधान, तुमी ना मिलले ह तारे रहे तार प्राण. Shri Nityananda Prabhu then submitted one suggestion for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's consideration. There is a way by which you need not meet King Prataprudra, but which would enable the king to continue living. What is that? एक बहिर्वास जदि देह कृपा करी, ताहा पया प्राण राखे तोमार आशा धरी. Aha. If you, out of your mercy, send one of your uttariya, bahirvas, one of your upper chadar, prasadi chadar, to the king, then the king, at least his life will be saved. He will know that Mahaprabhu has some affection for me and he will continue to live, hoping that sometime in the future he will get your darshan. Purport. Lord Shri Nityananda Prabhu was thus very tactfully suggesting that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu give a piece of his old clothing to the king. Even though the king was not to meet the Lord, the king would then be pacified, receiving the prasadi cloth. The king was very anxious to see the Lord, yet it was not possible for the Lord to see him. Just to resolve the situation, Shri Nityananda Prabhu suggested that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu send an old piece of his clothing. Thus, the king would understand that the Lord was showing mercy to him. The king would then not do anything drastic like giving up his life or becoming a mendicant. प्रभु कहे तुमी सब परम विद्वान, जेई भाल है सेई कर समाधान. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, all of you are very learned. Mahaprabhu actually, by saying Parama Vidwan, he's appreciating Nityananda Prabhu's tactfulness. He's saying you are Param Vidwan, all of you. So whatever you decide, I shall accept. Jai Bhala hai. Whatever you think is appropriate, you do, no problem. So Mahaprabhu gave permission in a implied way. तबे नित्यानंद गोसाई गोविंदेर पाश, मागिया लैला प्रभुर एक बहिर्वास. Hari bol. Then Nityananda went to Govinda, Mahaprabhu's servant, and said, Mahaprabhu ka ek bahirvas dena. Mahaprabhu's upper cloth, used one, please give one. And he took it. Sei bahirvasa sarvabhauma pasha dila, sarvabhauma sei vastra raja re pathaila. Thus Nityananda Prabhu delivered the old cloth into the care of Sri Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Bhattacharya, this is Mahaprabhu's prasadi uttariya, his upper cloth. Please deliver it to King Prataprudra. And Sarvam Bhattacharya took it to the king. वस्त्र पाया राजा रहिल आनंदित मन प्रभु रूप करी करे वस्त्रेर पूजन. Hari Bol. When King Prataprudra received the used cloth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he began to worship it. Kare Vastrera Pujan. The king began to worship the cloth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exactly as he would worship the Lord personally. Prabhu Rupa Kari Kare Vastrera Pujan. Which means the Mahaprasad of a personality is non-different from that personality. Jagannath Prasad is non-different from Jagannath. Radharani's garland is non-different from Radharani. This is our Vaishnav Siddhanta. Vastrapaya Raja Rahil Anandita Man Prabhu Rupa Kari Kare Vastrera Pujan. Started worshipping that cloth as if that cloth were Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. Just imagine how much the king was suffering. Everyone was getting the mercy of Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu had come and taken shelter in Prataprudra Maharaja's kingdom. Everyone was getting mercy except Maharaj Prataprudra. And now finally, Mahaprabhu has sent some mercy. Purport. This is also the conclusion of the Vedic injunction. Since the personality of Godhead is absolute truth, everything in relationship to him is on the same absolute platform. King Prataprudra had great affection for Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and although he did not see the Lord, he had nonetheless already attained the conclusion of devotional service. Immediately upon receiving the cloth from Sri Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya, King Prataprudra began to worship it, accepting it as Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. At the same time, not respecting the prasad of somebody means not respecting that personality. When Indra gave Durvasa Muni's garland neglectfully to his elephant Airavat, and Airavat crushed it under his feet, it was an insult to Durvasa Muni. And when you honor the prasad of someone, the tadiya of someone, it is like honoring the personality. Both ways, it is true. Immediately upon receiving the cloth from Sri Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, King Pratapadura began to worship it, accepting it as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's clothing, bedding, slippers, and everything required as an ordinary necessity are all they are all transformations of Shesha, Vishnu, the expansion of Sri Baladev. Haribol. Balramji expands himself as all the paraphernalia of Krishna. Thus, the cloth and other paraphernalia of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are but other forms of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, who is the cloth? The cloth is expansion of Nityananda Prabhu. Therefore, Nityananda Prabhu himself sent his own representative to Maharaj Pratap Rudra, which means first we need to get the kripa of Guru. Then we can get Mahaprabhu. Everything connected to the Lord is worshipable. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructs us that just as Krishna is worshipable, Krishna's place, Vrindavan, is also worshipable. And as Vrindavan is worshipable, similarly the paraphernalia in Vrindavan, the trees, the roads, the river, everything is worshipable. A pure devotee thus sings, Jaya Jaya Vrindavana Vasi Jatajan. All glories to the residents of Vrindavan. If a devotee has a staunch devotional attitude, all these conclusions will be awakened or revealed within the heart. If we are sincere, it will be revealed to us. Yasya deve parabhaktir, yatha deve tatha guru, tasyaithi katitha yartha prakashante mahatmana. Only unto those great souls who have implicit faith in both Lord Krishna and the spiritual master Guru. Only to them are all the imports of Vedic knowledge automatically revealed. This is from Shvetashvatara Upanishad 6.23. Thus, following in the footsteps of Maharaj Prataprudra and other devotees, we should learn to worship everything belonging to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is referred to by Lord Shiva as Tadiyanam. It is Tadiya means something that is connected to the personality. And Srila Prabhupada is saying, following in the footsteps of Maharaj Pratap Rudra and other devotees, we should learn to worship Tadiya. We should learn to worship everything connected to Supreme Lord. In the Padma Puran, it is said, Aradhananam sarvesham Vishnoraradhanam param tasmat parataram Devi tadiyanam samarchanam. O Devi, the most exalted system of worship is the worship of Lord Vishnu. Greater than that is the worship of Tadiya, or anything belonging to Vishnu. Shri Vishnu is Satchidananda Vigraha. Similarly, the most confidential servant of Krishna, the spiritual master, and all devotees of Vishnu are Tadiya. The Satchidananda Vigraha Guru, Vaishnavas, and things used by them must be considered Tadiya and without a doubt worshipable by all living beings. So, things of Guru and Vaishnavas are also Tadiya. रामानंद राय जबे दक्षिण हईते आईला प्रभु संगे रहीते राजा के निवेदिला. After returning from his service in South India, when Sri Ramananda Rai requested King Prataprudra to allow him to remain with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, He requested king, let me be with Mahaprabhu. I want to retire. तबे राजा संतोषे ताहारे आद्य दिला आपनी मिलन लागी साधिते लागीला. When Sri Ramananda Rai requested King Prataparudra to allow him to stay with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, King Prataparudra immediately gave him his permission with great satisfaction. Santoshet Tare Agya Dila. At the same time, the king for himself began to solicit Ramananda Rai to make an arrangement for meeting. Apani Milana Lagi, Sadhite Lagila. He began to request Ramananda Rai, yes, you can go and be with Mahaprabhu. I relieved you from all duties. Uh, but can you also please try for me getting mercy if I can meet Mahaprabhu? Mahaprabhu Mahakripa kare na tomare more mili bare avashya sadhibe tahare. King Prataparudra told Sri Ramananda Rai, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very, very merciful to you. Mahaprabhu Mahakripa karena tomare. He is very merciful to you. Therefore, please solicit my meeting with him without fail. Therefore, please, more mili bare. Avashya. Sadhi betahare. Please request and try that I am also able to meet Mahaprabhu just once. Eka sange dui jana kshetre jabe ahila. Ramananda Rai tabe prabhu re milila. King Pratapurudra and Ramananda Rai returned together to Jagannath Puri from Kattak. And Sri Ramananda Rai met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. प्रभु पदे प्रेम भक्ति जाना इला राजार प्रसंग पाना आए छे कहे बार बार. At that time, Sri Ramananda Rai informed Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu about the ecstatic love of the king. Prema Bhakti Janaila Rajar. Prasanga Paya. As soon as he got an opportunity, he repeatedly informed Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu about the good qualities of King Prataparudra. Kahe bar bar. Any topic would come. Humility. A devotee should have humility. They're sitting and discussing. And Ramananda Rai would say, yes, yes, just like our King Prataparudra. He's the king, but he's so humble. One should be willing to give up everything for the Supreme Lord. Yes, Mahaprabhu, just like our King Prataparudra. He is willing to give up all his kingdom for the sake of the Lord. So, bar bar, prasanga paya. As soon as he would get some opportunity, Ramananda Rai would glorify. He would make sure that he glorifies King Prataparudra. Devotees are very intelligent. जय भजे कृष्ण से बड़ा चातुर. टेक्स्ट 44. राजमंत्री रामानंद व्यवहारे निपुण. हाँ, व्यवहारे निपुण. राजप्रीति कही द्रवैला प्रभु रमन. राजमंत्री रामानंद व्यवहारे निपुण राजप्रीति कही द्रवाइला प्रभुर मन. Shri Ramananda Rai was indeed a diplomatic minister for the king. His general behavior was very expert, व्यवहारे निपुण, and simply by describing King Prataparudra's love for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Ramananda Rai gradually softened Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mind. Dravaila, he melted Mahaprabhu's heart for King Prataparudra. Such is the power of a Vaishnava. Purport. A diplomat in the material world knows how to deal with people, especially in political affairs. Some of the great devotees of the Lord, like Sri Ramananda Rai, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, and Sri Rup Goswami, were government officers and had a background of very opulent householder life. Consequently, they knew how to deal with people. In many instances, we have seen the diplomacy of Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, and Sri Ramananda Rai employed in the service of the Lord. When Raghunath Das Goswami's father and uncle were to be arrested by the Turkish government officials, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami hid them and personally met the government officers and settled the affair diplomatically. This is but one instance. Similarly, Srila Sanatan Goswami, after resigning his ministership, was thrown in jail and he bribed the attendant of the jail so he could leave the clutches of the Nawab and live with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now we see Ramananda Rai, a most confidential devotee of the Lord, diplomatically soften the heart of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, despite the fact that the Lord definitely decided not to meet the king. The diplomacy of Ramananda Rai and entreaties of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and all the other great devotees succeeded. Hare Krishna. So the diplomacy succeeded. Sarvabhauma's Bhattacharya's diplomacy, Nityananda Prabhu's diplomacy, Ramananda Ray's diplomacy, it succeeded. The conclusion is that diplomacy used for the service of the Lord is a form of devotional service. I want to highlight this. Dear devotees, please pay attention. So generally, diplomacy is not good. A devotee is very straightforward. Saralta hi Vaishnavata. However, we see all these instances, Sanatan Goswami lying to the jailer that I want to go for Hajj, release me from the prison. Or Srila Rupa Goswami also telling that um, Digvijay Pandit, no, no, you are very intelligent. We cannot debate with you. Come, let me sign the Patra, Vijay Patra. That was also a form of diplomacy because Srila Rupa Goswami didn't want to waste his time arguing with this proud person. Raghunath Das Goswami also, he told the Turkish officer, you are my uncle. You are like a brother to my father and uncle. Sometimes brother fight, no big deal. Let's settle it diplomatically. So even great devotees resort to diplomacy. And Srila Prabhupada says, generally diplomacy is not good. A devotee should be straightforward. However, diplomacy used for the service of Lord Krishna is a form of devotional service. It can be used, just like Hanumanji used anger. Anger is not good. It is said that when we get angry, we lose the access to our bhajan. But Hanumanji used anger. Arjun used anger in the service of Krishna. So when diplomacy is in service of Krishna, it is devotional service. उत्कंठाते प्रताप रुद्र नारे रही बारे रामानंद साधी लेना प्रभु रे मिली बारे. Maharaj Pratap Rudra in great anxiety could not endure not seeing Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, Sri Ramananda Rai by his diplomacy arranged a meeting with the Lord for the king. Ramanandara Prabhu पाए कैला निवेदन एक बार प्रताप रुद्रे देखा चरण. Ramananda Rai said, just once give darshan to Maharaj Pratap Rudra. Shri Ramananda Rai frankly requested Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please show your lotus feet to king at least once. प्रभु कहे रामानंद कह विचारिया राजा के मिलिते जुजाए सन्यासी है या. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, oh Ramananda Rai, what kind of request are you making? You should think, is it proper for a sannyasi to meet a king? राजार मिलने भिक्षुकेर दुई लोकनाश परलोक रहु लोके करे उपहास. If a sannyasi like me meets a materialistic person like King Prataprudra, then the sannyasi is destroyed both in this world and in the next world. Why? Because in the next world I will get adhogati, and in this world people will make fun of me. Loke kare upahas. Everyone will laugh at me. What kind of a sannyasi he is? He's sitting and meeting the king. What business does sannyasi have with the king? रामानंद कहे तुमी ईश्वर स्वतंत्र कारे तोमार भय तुमी न परतंत्र. Shri Ramanandra replied, oh my lord, Shri Chaitanya Dev, you are the supreme independent personality. You have nothing to fear from anyone because you are not dependent on anyone. We fear because we are dependent on people. That's why there is fear. Just think about this. We are fearful. That's why we are dependent on others. Oh, let me be nice to this person. In the future, I may need his help or I may need her help. Let me take care of my children. In the old age, they will take care of me. Let me have a good circle of friends. If there is some emergency situation, they will help me. See, on a subtle level, we are afraid of material suffering. That is why we are dependent on others. But Ramananda is saying, Tumi Ishvara Satantra कारे तोमार भय तुम्ही नह परतंत्र. You have nothing to fear from anyone. Therefore, you are not dependent on anyone. Similarly, pure devotee, avashya rakshibe Krishna vishwasa palan. Pure devotee has full faith in Krishna's protection. So a pure devotee doesn't depend on material things. प्रभु कहे आमी मनुष्य आश्रमे सन्यासी काय मनो वाक्य व्यवहारे भयवासी. When Ramanandara addressed Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Swatantra Ishwar Tumi, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu objected, saying, no, I'm not the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but I'm ordinary human being. I'm a Manushya. And my ashram is sannyasi. I'm a sannyasi. Sannyas ashram. Therefore, I must fear bhayavasi. I must fear public opinion in three ways: body, mind, and words. Very beautiful verse. शुक्ल वस्त्रे मसी बिंदु जायचे न लुखाय संन्यासी र अल्प छिद्र सर्वलोक गाय. As soon as the general public finds a little fault in the behavior of a sannyasi, they talk about it like wildfire. They spread it like wildfire. Sarvaloka gaya. Just like a black spot of ink cannot be hidden on a white cloth. Shukla vastra means white cloth. Masi bindu, small dot. Yaichana lukhai cannot be hidden. Similarly, a fault in the behavior of a sannyasi becomes very prominent and people talk about it. It's always very prominent. Rai kahe kata papir kariya cha avyahati Ishvara Sevaka Tomar Bhakta Gajapati. Ramanandra said, my dear Lord, you have delivered so many sinful people. Kata papi kariyacha avyahati. You have delivered so many papi people. This King Prataprudra, king of Orissa, is actually a servitor of the Lord and is your devotee. Ishwar Sevak. Tomar Bhakta Gajapati. He is a good person, devotee. प्रभु कहे पूर्ण जैचे दुग्धेर कलश सूरा बिंदु पाते के ना करे परश. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave another example. There may be much milk in a big pot, but if that milk pot has been contaminated by a drop of liquor, then it becomes untouchable. Becomes untouchable. Purna jaiche dugdhera kalash. The kalash will be filled with milk. But Sura Bindu, put a drop of liquor in it, it becomes unofferable. Na kare parash. We cannot even touch it then. यद्यपि प्रताप रुद्र सर्व गुणवान ताहारे मलिन कैला एक राजा नाम. Yadyapi Prataprudra Sarva Gunavan, he's got many good qualities, but that Upadhi, that title that he has, na, King, Raja, that has made everything contaminated. Tahare Malin Kaila, he has become Malin, he has become dirty. Ek Raja Naam, because he has that Raja Prataprudra title, Upadhi. Because Bhakti is Sarva Upadhi Vinirmukta Tatparatvena Nirmalam. Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyate. यद्यपि प्रताप रुद्र सर्वगुणवान तहारे मलिन कैला एक राजा नाम तथापि तोमारा यदि महाग्रह तबे आनी मिला तुम्ही ताहार तनय. आहा. श्री चैतन्य says, but still, अगर आपका बहुत आग्रह है, if you really 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 want me to meet the king, then I will not meet the king, but I will meet his son. Tahara tanay. Because the father lives through the son. तथापि तोमारा यदि महाग्रह है Tabe ani milah tumi taharo tanae. But still, if you are very much eager for the king to meet me, then first bring his son to meet me. And how that happens, the meeting of the son with Maharaj Pratap Rudra, we will see tomorrow at 7 o'clock. So I have to go to the hospital now. So thank you very much, dear devotees. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrit ki jai, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Very good.